Hey, Mark here. Quick heads up, I love Something in the Dirt. It's a wonderful movie. My co-host on this episode, Zanandi, she loves it because Something in the Dirt is great. The problem is that I messed up. I didn't check all my sound settings, and thus my audio is not great on this episode. It's a bummer because the movie's lovely, but the content's still great. Zanandi's hilarious. Something in the Dirt is wonderful. The content's great. I was actually really sick during this episode, and I can't even blame that. Like, it's my fault. But I think me being sick actually helped this episode because it's pretty loose. Like, Zanandi's hilarious. We go to some fun places. But yeah, just I hope the audio quality doesn't deter you. It's fine. I'm not like, this isn't worst case scenario. It's just, no, typically it's much better. So if this is your first time listening, just know that the audio is typically much better. And I'm going to do my best to not make it happen again. However, I just want you to know that I love this episode. I love Something in Dirt. Benson and Moorhead are great. I've been a fan of theirs since 2015. We've been talking about them on this podcast since 2015. And I just don't want something like the audio quality to deter you from listening. So yeah, just enjoy. Thanks for listening. You're the best. You're great. I hope nothing's floating in your house.
Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is someone who bought 1,908 quartz ashtrays after watching Something in the Dirt. It's Zanandi Boetes.
I mean, I'd probably pay a decent amount of money for just one.
Yeah, but then, the coincidence.
They're so pretty. They're so pretty. It was kind of sad when it broke at the end. It's kind of sad. But it needed to happen.
What would happen, Zanandi, if you had those numbers tattooed on your fingers and they bring it up in this movie and then he has those on his fingers and just like there's a tape? Like what would you do if that happened? Would you start a documentary? Would you and Corey pick up cameras and start filming a documentary about the geography of where you live in South Africa?
I mean, I was gonna say I would probably just tell Corey about it. Babe, you wouldn't believe.
Check this out.
Filming that, I mean, I'm not, I wouldn't call myself a budding filmmaker, so I guess not. I might try and write a script about it or a quirky short story about it, sure.
Something in the Dirt 2, South African sand.
Something in the Dirt. This time we're calling it Something in the Light. I love it when he says that. I thought of a title. Something in the Light. So much fun.
I love Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead. I found out about them from Spring, covered it on the podcast. My random awards back in 2015, I gave the best non-human character to Eloise in Spring. They retweeted it. They liked it. So these guys, I've been promoting their stuff for about 8 years now. And I love the DIY aesthetic of these guys. And I also love that. But I also love, now they're doing Marvel. Like, these are guys who they're just moving up. But they're also staying true to their kind of indie roots.
Exactly.
And okay, you're gonna like this, Zanandi, because you and I talked about this. I was listening. I bought the Blu-ray, and I was listening to a Mike Flanagan Q&A that was part of the extras. And Mike Flanagan opened up the Q&A with a very long monologue, and then Aaron Moorhead goes, "Oh, now I know how you wrote Black Mass," and everybody lost it in the auditorium, and I was like, "Whoa!" It made me like these guys more.
Great. I mean, I really love that Flanagan is featured on the extras for these guys, because I mean, I love all these people that you're mentioning, and yeah, I mean that's a great little monologue joke, Flanagan monologue joke. But yeah, I mean, I was actually a latecomer to the Benson Moorhead magic. The first movie that I saw of them was Synchronic, which I actually really enjoyed, and I mean, when Something in the Dirt came out last year, like we already kind of had our favorite horror movies of the year lists ready to go for our end of year pod and everything. And this was kind of a late addition to last year's. It came out in November, and I mean, this movie immediately shot up to like one of my favorite horror movies of the year, really. I think my top three horrors of 2022 ended up being Barbarian, Something in the Dirt, and Deadstream. All three comedy horrors, which is great.
Yeah,
bangers, yeah, and fun and different and like yeah, fresh stuff. So that's cool. But yeah, like you know, it got me to watching more of this stuff and really get into the stuff that they do because I love everything that they do. They like it's really fun projects. I love how they, you know, there's a not taking ourselves too seriously vibe that they have, which I just love and appreciate. You know, it's just making movies with friends. It's what they always say, and it's so cool. And I feel like it was so rad that they got to do Loki season 2 this year. But you still get the feeling, you know, it's none of this is going to their heads or anything. They're just like saying, like, you know, down to earth people, down in the dirt people, like, you know, it's just yeah. I've got mad respect for them. I think they're just like cool filmmakers to hang out with. I think you don't get that a lot, you know, like you can get cool filmmakers or whatever, but cool filmmakers to hang out with, I think that's like a special little like, you know, group of not a lot of people. And I would probably add them there because that's definitely the vibe that you get from also just seeing how they interact with their fans and stuff on social media. And, you know, like there's not this divide of I am a like, you know, successful this and that and you are a peasant. It's none of that, you know, like I just dig them. I dig the stuff that they do. I like their storytelling vibes. I love their sense of humor. I love it. I mean, this movie, oh my gosh, Something in the Dirt.
it gets
A
funnier as it
pandemic
goes
movie,
along.
yeah, right? Pandemic movie, like totally taps into all like, you know, the conspiracy stuff and whatnot. It's like, let's do a movie with this and just run with it. You kind of had that like claustrophobic vibe in that very like, you know, small space. I mean, like I don't think the flat is really that small, but the way that they filmed it made it feel, you know, like small room where most of the action happened and like not a lot of scenic stuff. And yeah, it really like I appreciated when it came out last year, like, you know, it was still the pandemic vibes and stuff. And I appreciate it now. Like it's a movie that definitely also it ages well. It's timeless, you know.
Yeah,
Which yeah, it's just great.
it's like filmed during the pandemic, but you don't feel it. Like, there's some movies that you watch. There's a movie like 7 Days, which I like. There's a movie called Small Axe. It's a documentary about a restaurant surviving during the pandemic. And while watching it, I just had memories of being in the pandemic. I don't want that memory. I don't want to think about
No.
those years anymore. And when watching this, they only make one passing comment to it when he pees on the what is it, the daycare that's closed. But it's yeah, you don't it's just it feels like one of their earlier films, like a resolution. It feels like this could have been shot in 2016. This could have been shot now.
Exactly.
And that's why I like it so much, because whenever I watch it, I'll go, oh, I don't want to think about that again. And you know what's cool? I love what you said. Like they make movies with their friends. And I think the one thing I like about these two is with the Endless, which I just love that movie about breaking out of patterns. And this time their characters kind of flip flop. So, you know, I think Benson was Justin Benson played Justin Smith, and Aaron Moorhead played Aaron Smith in the Endless, and Justin was kind of the alpha. But in this one, it's very much so Aaron as John, who is the kind of controller, the manipulator, the liar. And I like that they flip. But you know, what I like about these guys is they bring up some huge, like, just, you know, I feel like I've been at terminal velocity my entire life. There's an invisible force holding me back. Like it's, you know, he's like, you know, he quoting a Dan Brown movie now. They say these lines in this movie, like my kidneys hurt from self-medicating. but they never feel cute or precious or pretentious, or it just feels natural. These guys' movies sort of film like I said, endless. The end of it makes you feel like a warm hug. Like these movies just make you. I don't know. Never once did I go, oh, that's too cute, or that's too pretentious, or that's too whatever. And which pretentious, I don't even know what I mean by that, but it never felt so writerly. It felt very natural, and I think that's because these two are such good friends and collaborators and good actors. And
Right.
just when they were filming, it was basically just the two of them. There was a mobile art department that would come in and out and decorate the set, and then they would just when Aaron had a scene, Justin would film it. When Justin had a scene, Aaron would film him. When they didn't have a scene, their longtime producer would film them. So it's such a small crew, but they get innovative shots. They found a way. Like David Lawson, he would get interesting shots. Like they just found a way to make their apartments look interesting. And during the commentary, I found out something really interesting. The producer was like, "Hey, John always smokes indoors, but when Levi smokes, he goes outside." And I feel like that summed up their characters pretty good.
Yeah, that's interesting. I just felt like they smoke all the time. Like as someone who's quit smoking, like that was very like an obvious thing for me. Like, oh my gosh, you're just smoking all the time.
Listen, don't smoke outdoors, people. Don't smoke outdoors.
It has its whole thing. Yeah, I read some interesting stuff also about what people were saying about the movie. Like a lot of people were like, yeah, the smoking is like a stand-in for drugs and like drug use. And it's very interesting how people like took this movie. Like some people are very adamant, like it was lead poisoning. They said it was lead poisoning, it's lead poisoning. I'm like, the guy mentioned lead was found, but he literally says traces of. It's not even like a big thing. I mean, but no, some people are serious, like they believe this is what it is. I'm like, okay, guys, no, I don't think that's really like the point, like trying to find the right answer for this. But that's gonna happen, and it's fun to actually see. It's not like, oh my word. It's just how everyone just reacts to all these ideas. Because I mean, they've got a lot of stuff in there. I think if you are someone who likes to like use point A, connect point A with point B and whatever, and really go for it, then you'll probably have way too much fun with this movie.
Yeah.
But also know that they're trolling you.
Yeah.
Please understand that.
I mean, we have very unreliable narrators, right? Like you don't know, like the recreations, the frying of the hard drives.
I love how it's all conspiracy, like it goes full meta. So at the end, you're also like, but the whole documentary and these two, there's a conspiracy there. Like, did he what? Like everyone's like, yeah, in the beginning, John has got blood in his shirt. But if you look at the very first shots of the movie, where we're in the flat where Levi wakes up, like his clothes is lying there, and it's also got the red stuff on it, So it's not blood. Like they both have it on them. If it is, they both were somewhere doing something. Like, it's just funny. Like the movie keeps on giving those kind of little like the breadcrumbs for all kinds of things, which is what makes it so much fun, But then, like I say, it doesn't go serious at all. It actually just ramps up the hilarity and the absurdity, and oh man, us humans, what a special bunch we are. Yeah, it's something in the dirt. I love the title is just the best. I mean, if you want to understand this movie, look at the title.
Something in the dirt, not something in the light. And I think they do a good job too of keeping the cast minimal. They have John is divorced, and Levi, he's never been attracted to anybody. So you don't really have to even worry about, hey, why don't they ever have people over? It's I don't know, two kind of loners meeting. They don't really even like each other, but they're next to, one of them's paying rent in the apartment where it's happening. And then they just sort of want more from their lives. And then they're together, but they don't really even like each other. But I feel like that's happened before. That's happened many times before. It's
exactly. You're in LA of all places. I mean, like LA, it's a big place too. Like you're probably going to, your best friend's going to be your neighbor, whether you like it or not, initially at least. I also love the fact that we never see anyone else in the building. And it's not like a jest or anything, but you kind of do wonder, is it only them? But it just works for like the isolation of it all, with those two kind of forced to, like you said, forced to do it. And I mean, it's also like, people have like also, it's, metaphor of filmmaking, like how, when you're making a movie, you choose to collaborate, sure, but now you're forced to share ideas, you're forced to make decisions together and all of that. And how that can work. I mean, that's why the whole title scene is so funny. I thought of a title and it's just like,
yeah.
Trying to be all polite about it. And then as soon as like Levi wants out, okay, I need to move on. He's like, you know what? I thought about your title. I actually love it. Like, stay, dude. It's cool. So cute.
Just let Levi go. Just let the poor guy go.
Let him go. Let him fly.
Him and his tank tops. And let everyone know, Zanandi and I are both wearing sleeveless shirts in honor of this episode.
We did not plan this.
No,
we did not plan this.
And you know, it's funny, as someone, in grad school, someone told me that I dress like a 14-year-old skater. So I very much so relate to how Levi dresses. I mean, I'm from Florida.
Oh, for sure.
Like, that just looks
so comfortable. No, I mean, I look at Levi and I'm like, that is comfortable. That is how you dress. That works for me, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a bartender. He doesn't need to dress up. Like, you got to dress up if you're a wedding photographer. And what I think is one of the most important things about this movie is we see the crystal rising. We see the skull rising. We don't know how much of it is made up. We don't know how much of it is that. But at least when they do that, it's like, okay, this is something. They're on to something in the dirt. But it's not, who knows what it is? Is it a conspiracy? Is it the way they plan the city? Is it all the markings all over the place? Is it the city planner? Is it a cult? Is it aliens? But at least there's a kernel there that you're like, okay. I feel like in most movies, you can go along with people if they just have something. Okay, this is something. And you want to see this further. And you don't have much going on in your life, so you're going to see this through because it's quite interesting. And there's a chance to sell your documentary and get Netflix money. So I love that they do that. It's like, it's not fake. You see it, right? It seems tangible that they would pursue this. Like, most people probably would think about it. So and like, I like the coincidences of the 1908, and I like the various, like, there's enough there to keep them keeping going, to keep on keeping on. And it's, I don't know, once again, this movie's almost 2 hours, and it's two dudes talking in rooms. But what's interesting? They'll have a big scene with some suspense, and then they'll chat up on a roof for 10 minutes. It's a movie that shouldn't flow as well as it does, and this is a big credit to all the editors involved, but it still works, and it doesn't get old. The pacing doesn't screech to a halt.
No.
And I kind of like too when Levi says that maybe not one of us is evil. Like, neither of us is ultimate evil. We're just, trouble. Like, we're both damaged, and it's there's just enough there to like and not roll your eye. I feel like most aspiring low budget independent filmmakers should listen to the 3 commentaries on this, listen to the interviews, and watch their other movies to know how to not make a self-important micro budget indie.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like, I'm just thinking because like I read a lot of feedback on this, like a lot of critics, because like I want to actually say multiple things now, but a lot of critics were like, it got a bit draggy, but they like, the chemistry between Benson and Moorhead was great. It like kept them like sucked in, and I'm like, well, that's literally the reason why it didn't drag for me, is because these two have these. So I'm like, you're kind of, in my eyes, you're contradicting yourselves, because I'm like, that's exactly why it doesn't drag at all. I just think they've got such great chemistry, and then like they're buddies, and there's like, good actors, and it just works. It's great. The pacing is really well. Like, I can watch this movie any day, easy. It's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
But then, yeah, like there were also like some of the like audience, like viewers that went, yeah, they struggled with this movie because they did not like the characters at all. Both of them were terrible. And I'm like, okay, so let us introduce you to the unreliable narrator, because I think that's kind of what that is, either that or maybe the smoking thing, or maybe because, I don't know, they were making fun of stuff. I don't know why people were so some folks were so like didn't like the characters, terrible characters. How can I root for them? Like, okay, so you don't root for anybody then, I guess.
I think Levi is incredibly human.
Right?
Like,
I did not understand that kind of reaction at all. That's why I'm bringing it up, because I'm like, do you get that? Because
no, like Levi's awesome. Like, it's probably the most realistic portrayal of bartending ever. And it's and I spent years of my life working in bars. It's not pretty. It's not fun. Oh yeah, same. Like, it's not pretty. It's not glamorous.
Bartenders.
And
we get it.
Levi, he likes to talk to people. He'll talk to anybody. He works at a bar. He talks to people. And you know what? Bars you work at, you see, like, there's a really awesome bar that I like to go to called Meg O'Malley's, and it's in Melbourne, Florida. So whenever I visit my in-laws, we go there. We've been going there for close to maybe 12 years now. And I see some of the same bartenders because the money's good. And there are people that bartend for a very long time. Like they make good money, they enjoy it. And so, it's not glamorous, but you can see why a guy would stay there bartending. And and also too, just hearing about him, like the time he spent in mental institution, like you feel like he's living in terminal velocity. He can't, like, he quits everything. He can't figure it out. But he's also lost his parents. He's had issues growing up. He has a lot of trauma with his sister. He has, he peed on a school building, and now he's a registered sex offender. And listen, this is really random, Zanandi, but one time I was in Toronto. I don't know if I should tell this story. Who cares? But my buddy and I were in Toronto and we were working, and we went out one night, had some beers, had a great time. We went back. I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. So I just ran and like found a wall, and like I peed on the wall, and it was a police station. And then I went, oh no. And so then we got out of there really quickly. But I don't know. I wasn't thinking. It was late at night. Yeah.
Exactly. Especially at night. You don't care. When you need to go, you need to go. Yeah. I mean, gosh.
So I feel bad for Levi in that situation. And I really do connect. I really connect with their characters, like in Spring and Endless, like the way that they break the pattern at the end, they break the cycle.
Yeah.
That's what the whole movie's about. And
yeah, exactly.
And I love his character. I think Levi is great. Like, I think Aaron's awesome as John, but John is a sociopath. John is cold. John dresses up. He wears these clothes. Aaron in the commentary said that he shaved his beard like just meticulously because he feels like John was a sociopath, and he feels like he should be
100%.
always well manicured.
Oh my gosh.
And so I mean, there's not much to connect there with other than he's just really good in the role. But yeah, Levi just leaves it out there. And also too, it really caught me off guard how they swap characters from the Endless to this. And I like that a lot. It's neat. And
yeah.
You know what's interesting too, real quick. So a lot of people are like, I hate LA. Like, LA sucks. Like, LA is the worst. And just, oh, you don't want to live there. It's trash. It's garbage. And actually, every time I worked out there, I just get stuck in traffic and have really stressful shows. But whatever. But it like he said, that people who kind of start saying that about LA have kind of lost their creativity. They stop being curious about the city they live in. Like, there's really cool things in every city to explore. And if you keep your eyes open in LA, you're going to find cool stuff. I'm going to LA because of the show Letterkenny. But like, I like that you stop being curious. And so I feel like they were curious, and they kept it up. And I like the way that they look at their city. It just made me happy. They also stole scooters and had to take out the sound of the scooter going like, hey, you're stealing me. You're not paying for this. So they had to take all that noise out when they were filming, which makes me happy. But I don't know. It's, I also heard some really cool stories for the commentary. And it just, if you're going to shoot a movie, watch this and understand how you can make a flat white apartment look reasonably interesting. And they do
exactly. Oh, yes, they do. I mean, it's really amazing what they do again with, like very limited amount of space compared to what you usually see in movies and like horror stuff. And like, it's really something. It's amazing. I mean, just the whole vibe. There's a grittiness to it, but not like you say a pretentious grittiness, like they're not like it doesn't come across as pretentious. It's more gritty as in, yeah, you can pick up your camera and do the same thing, buddy, kind of thing. Like it's inspiring. I don't really understand how you can watch this movie and not feel inspired.
Yeah.
Like I've visited LA once, and I personally was actually surprised. I really dug the place. I found it fascinating. So I love that they, look at that place from like the angles and the way that they do, And I mean, again, yeah, it was pandemic, so different vibes. We were all a bit locked in and locked down and whatnot. So I guess easy to kind of do almost like guerrilla filmmaking, if you will. But still inspiring. I mean, I didn't do some guerrilla filmmaking. Did you, Mark? Start shooting in your bedroom, like weird stuff that, I don't know, your cat's levitating or something.
Well, that just happens every day. That happens every day.
Yeah. We know it happens every day, but do we shoot it? No.
Whenever I get my terrible camera tripod ready to go, and I put my phone on there, it just busts out of the tripod. Then by then, Ghost and Stella are back on the ground.
The timing is always off. I don't like, what is that? I think maybe it's just like it's the universe telling us, it's holding us back and just saying it's not our time,
I just started a podcast about Deep Blue Sea. They filmed the movie, so it's.
I mean, I guess I can't say this is Laurel Gani and Jim Morrison used to live here, so I mean, I don't have that advantage.
Yeah, it's true.
Or weirdness.
Do you miss the days though when we were younger and we would film like, so there's a Doritos commercial, and my buddy and I came up with this ad where this guy wakes up and there's this presumably Mertz killer just watching him while he sleeps, but the killer's eating Doritos. And after the guy's done screaming, he's like, "Hey, can I get one of those?" And
wow.
So we did
love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
And then when Always Sunny hit, FX was looking for TV shows, and so we went and immediately filmed this short about these 3 retired Florida drug dealers who got a strip mall from their boss as like a retirement present.
Oh yeah.
So like that was one of like we had a video store and we had a gym, and just it was a really odd little short, but we used to just go shoot. Like we filmed a stupid movie called Dirty Hoffmeyer one time. It was like pretty funny. And I guess I'm like a horrible cop. And just I do miss those days where you just get a camera and you go film. This is kind of a movie that really does inspire me, at least. And I don't think I ever want to get back into the filming life. I spent years of my life doing that, but I think more in regards to writing and creating. Like when I see something super creative, I don't really get jealous of it. I just go, you know what? I need to get back at it. And this is a movie that I think will do that for me. And also, this isn't a movie where, if you think about a lot of the mumblecore movies of the 2010s, the slacker movies in the 90s that came about because of Clerks and Sex, Lies, and Videotapes and Slacker, they're all, not all of them, but some of them are very dated. This one, I don't think has a particular genre that it fits in. So it's not going to be dated, I don't think, in 5 years. Like, I don't think this will be dated in 5 years.
No, not at all. I mean, I feel like this could have come out in the 90s, I mean, and it's like I say, it's timeless, it's evergreen. It's really always going to be relevant because it's us, isn't it? We're always going to try and find something in the dirt.
But you and I tend to go that way. We like to look at other things to get our foot in the door. Like, I think we look in the dirt. I'm not putting myself on their level, but I like looking in the dirt. I think that's where you find the good stuff. Like, you find fossils.
Gosh, yeah, exactly. Like we do that without trying. Maybe that's why we love this movie, because we do that without trying, Mark.
Yeah, we're always, some people look up to the sky. You and I just have our neck craned down to the ground and just kick dirt.
That's right. Didn't we had a discussion about playground sandpits and the
Yeah,
worms.
we
Remember?
did.
We had a whole thing about that.
Yeah.
We still need to make that horror movie.
Yep.
See, we're dirt people.
We are dirt people. I like it.
Joe Dirt.
We need to get a T-shirt that says "Dirt People."
We're dirt people.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be
Dirt
it's gonna
people.
be something in the dirt. Benson and Moorhead in Dirt People. That was the
Dirt
title of this
people.
episode.
Love it. Love it.
I don't know. I just think these two guys just, you know what's funny too is that their motto is just go film, go film, go film, go film, go film. And they made this movie because like, hey, we're always telling people that to go film and we need to go film. So I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
funny. Like they made something out of this, and they had other ideas, and they turned this into this film. And you know, critics liked it, audiences liked it, and I think the one thing that maybe keeps it from being very accessible to the mainstream is there's this doesn't go from 1 to 2 to 3. Like the tension doesn't go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10. Like it goes to 1 2, then back down to 1, then 3, then to 1. So it I love it, but I do think it's going to be hard for people to catch on because they're just not. It doesn't build to something that, you know, there's no twist ending. There's no, I mean, there kind of is, but like there's no.
Of course there is, Mark.
You know what I mean, though, right? Like it's.
I do. No,
Yeah.
I do. And I mean, like, also the fact that, sure, you've got some, like, you know, other people, mostly the crew that they interview, and an expert here and there for their, like, documentary that they're filming, but it's mostly a two-parter, which is not really something, you know, it's like mainstream films. You don't really have, like, two actors who go for it, you know, it's, so yeah, I mean, people want to, like, the spectacle and they've got that, but yeah, I think it's very intimate, so it'll be for people who like more intimate movies, I guess. I don't know that, I don't know,
But
I mean, I see no reason why not absolutely everyone should love this personally, but that's
and
just
also
me.
Anybody who watches it, like he's like, nothing in my life clicked, and it just, you know, like it's really interesting too how John talks about how he was a math teacher, but all the students hated him because he tried to be the cool teacher, which is something you never do, Zanandi. Like I teach in college, and I'm the anti-cool teacher, but I'm not the strict teacher. Like I tell my students, you don't want a cool teacher. If a cool teacher's like, "Hey kids," like just run.
Oh yeah, no,
Run
that's lame. That's
away.
not
But
cool. It's lame.
that builds to
The
like
cool
maybe
teacher is the one who doesn't care, right? That's, you don't care.
Hey kids,
That's
what you
cool.
get into this weekend? Yeah, I'll see you out. No.
That's creepy teacher.
Yeah. Please don't find me. So let's not run away. Yeah. So it's, yeah, whenever my students see me out, like, so they're right near our school, there's a coffee place, and so during a break sometimes I'll go get a coffee, and some of my students see me there, and they like don't know how to react to me seeing me in the real world, and they kind of look at me like, "Hey Mark," or you know, "Hey Mr. Hoffman,"
yeah,
"Hey guys,"
shit though.
And then I keep going, and I like that. I like that they don't come up and give me huge high fives, but I have some really cool students. But it's I recorded Devil's Rejects episode, which is going to be posted with one of my former students who just graduated, so that's cool.
Nice.
That was mainly to do because he was the only student in my class one semester, and we just talked about movies for 4.5 hours, 2 times a week.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
I digress.
cool.
But yeah, it's I don't know. It's movies like these characters are, you learn a lot about them as you go throughout. Neither is super evil, neither is super great. There's an interesting distribution of the characters, and you know, neither is like the hero of the story. They didn't want either to be the heroes of the story. And I think as time passes, they'll do a Halloween, they'll do a Christmas, and that's smart because you can give a little bit of a different look to the apartment. And it's just little things like that. And in the commentary a lot, and even Flanagan was talking about hitting above your weight. These guys hit above their weight because they just think about things and they consider things. And that's how people hit above their weight, is when they think about things and they understand what they're doing. And I like watching people hit above their weight. And these guys have always done that. So maybe that's why I've sort of bonded with them.
They make good decisions. I think that's the different, you know, like, Because I mean, I think a lot of people do think about things sometimes a bit too much. Like, I mean, the movie kind of like, jokes about that, but they make the good decisions. Like, I like how John is part of this, evangelist apocalyptic church and whatever. And immediately you're going, oh no. Then he has this conversation with Levi, and like the way he says, like, yeah, but would you, he starts to compare it to like, yeah, but would you say that the same thing about death? And like how he reasons, and it's like, yeah, actually, that kind of, you have a point. It does make sense. Like, those little things, because that is what we do, it's to make sense of things for us. Like, we try to reason, to justify, to what. And sometimes it works on people, other times it does not. And it's just, yeah, the dynamics, it keeps being there. I think that's why this is one of my favorite movies, like from them, because the dynamics in this one is just really, really so good, because they're constantly at odds with each other. Like from the get-go, they're completely different characters. They're very different characters. I didn't feel that much of a difference in Endless, for instance. Here, it's like really these, in any other situation, these two would not have even, like shared a cigarette with each other. But yeah, they're here now. So it's just this constant back and forth, constant like black and white, like clashing of shadows, and it's just a lot of things. I just dig it. I dig the dynamics, and again, the chemistry between the two of them just works so well.
The only reason why this isn't my favorite Benson and Moorhead film is that there's not an overhead shot of two people in a boat in a lake with something underneath them.
Yeah, I love that too. Yeah, I do. I do. I love that too. God damn it. I hear you.
If a sea beast engulfed Earth like that, the whole thing. Man. What if the Endless, right? It's just they open up a portal to an ocean planet that comes to Earth and just eats it.
I love it.
Just like an octopus, a giant octopus eats Earth on an overhead shot.
I mean, legacy. That would be
like the Hubble telescope picks it up, or like the Incredible. Space station watches as a sea whale eats Earth from an overhead shot, and then eats, the space station.
I mean, sure. Like, I love all of that. Make that happen.
That would make me endlessly happy. We need to make it spring 4th. Let's make a resolution to do it. So bad.
We'll start working on our Benson and Moorhead tribute film. That is all of these things, but the sequels to them combined.
Yeah, because what did we write? Something in the what's the sequel to Something in the Dirt?
Something in the Dirt, to this time we're calling it Something in the Light. But I mean, that's way too many syllables, Mark.
Something in the light. Something in the sand. There's something in the sand.
Oh. Something in the sandpits.
Oh, there it is. Something in
yeah, because that's our little universe.
I love it. So like they're detectives, right? The Benson and Moorhead are detectives, and they show up to a crime scene, aviator glasses, notepad, smoking, and they're like, they were in a sand pit and they went missing. What do you think? I think we got a serial killer, but it's just sand beasts and sand pits.
Yeah, and then some like profound thing about sand, and then it's like, why'd Earth say that?
I mean, sand is used to tell time, and they do love time. I mean, resolution, spring, in spring, every few years, the character has to do something, and Synchronic is all about time. Endless, that's a loop. So it's, you can do it.
Exactly.
We did it.
Sand days.
Sand days? No, sand. The sand.
Just sand.
Sand.
Because Dune was already taken. Just on a sort of different note, but I just want to say, because we're always going on about you and me about like certain like production companies, distribution companies that we always get excited about when we see their logos pop up before a movie starts. Neon, IFC Films. And I just want to say, like, XYZ, like the production company that did this, they also got some pretty cool horror stuff. Like, I'm adding them to my, like, logo that makes me excited. Like, they've done Life of the Best, Tusk, Mandy, Come to Daddy. Some of my favorites, The Wolf of Snow Hollow, Sputnik, The Invitation, Colorado Space. I mean,
Whoa.
yeah. And then, of course, like Benson and Moorhead's Spring, Synchronic, and Something in the Dirt. Like, they've got some pretty cool horror movies. So I'm adding them to the list, Mark,
Okay.
of exciting logo. When I see that logo in front of my horror movie, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
We're doing the draft right now. We're going to do an XYZ draft.
Let's do it. Love it.
All right. I'll let you pick first.
Okay, we both can pick one Benson and Moorhead movie, yeah?
Yeah.
So I know what you're gonna pick. So I'll pick my favorite, which is Something in the Dirt.
Okay.
And then you pick your favorite, which is
The Endless?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Spring.
Spring, yeah. My bad. I was thinking about the giant tree. Listen, I'm sick, y'all. If you've been hearing me wheeze, yeah. So it's there's a squishy monster in Spring, so I have to take Spring. But I was thinking about the overhead shot, nice hug. But Spring is what got me involved with these guys, so I'm gonna take Spring. Not involved with them, but put them on my radar.
Tell us more. Okay, I'm gonna with the Wolf of Snow Hollow. Second one. There you go.
I'm taking The Raid.
Yes, of course. Of course you are.
It's one of the greatest action films ever made. I love it.
I will have to watch it. I will come clean. I will I still need to watch it.
You'll never be the same.
I hear from you all the time. Okay, number 3, Colorado Space. Love it. Love that movie.
All right, well, I'll take Mandy then. If we're going cagey, I'll do that.
Oh yeah. Sputnik.
Ooh, okay. Sputnik, Colorado Space. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. I don't feel at home in this world. I love that movie. There's a really great bit involving a ninja star in that film. I'm telling y'all, it's good. Okay, so
I've got Something in the Dirt, Wolf of Snow Hollow, Colorado Space, Sputnik, and then for my last one, we'll go back to LA and do The Invitation.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That was a great movie, underrated movie.
Good old Red Lights.
Like, it does have a cult following, that one. It's a fun little movie, that.
Karen Kusama, she's awesome.
That's right.
I have 2 left. I'll take Blackberry, which I love. I don't know if you've watched it. Have you watched Blackberry?
I have.
Not a fan?
It's very American.
I love it. Well, I love the filmmaker. They made it for $5 million, and I love how they made it. And he and Baruchel, they're just like a couple of renegade Canadians, which I really like. And
yeah,
I don't know what they did on $5 million. Just I don't know. I've watched it twice, and which I never have free time, and I actually watch it twice. I have one left. We did an episode about the Deep House. That was fun. Synchronic, Wolf of Snow Hollow. That was taken. Ooh, Vivarium. I'm gonna do Come to Daddy. No, The Night Comes for Us. No, I don't want to add another action film. The Night Comes for Us is like one of my favorite movies. But I'm gonna go Come to
Daddy.
That movie's so weird, is it not?
So weird, but I also love it.
Yeah, Elijah Wood is pitch perfect in it.
I mean, he's just a mad cow, that one. I'm telling you, like a mad beast.
I think he and Daniel Radcliffe just made tons of money on their respective franchises, and now they're just making funky films and being gas-powered, dead-body jet skis and stuff.
Like, it's funky, but it's still like, interesting stuff. It's not like, oh my gosh, what were they thinking? It's more like, okay, this is interesting. Nervous laughter. I don't know. I dig it.
It's so uncomfortable watching Come to Daddy. And it hurt. Oh, one more thing. The fact that these 2 guys could keep up the energy making this movie. If we were just sitting in an apartment during COVID and had to keep up the energy of these performances, that's not easy. I tell people all the time, keeping up your energy on a film set while acting or performing is tough. But they did a good job of it here. And it makes me happy.
They did. I wonder, did they actually say somewhere how long they filmed this entire thing? I think it was a year. I think I actually did read it.
They stretched it out.
It was like a year. Yeah.
And I think they I think they had to finish it because then they ended up getting like Moon Knight. Oh, that's terrible.
Yes,
Yeah, they had to keep going. But also, one thing we haven't touched about is the funny bits of this movie. Like when he comes in, he's like, "We might not even be human anymore," and he has a Geiger counter. and just you know what's interesting too is I don't think this movie is that funny in the beginning, but I think as it progresses, it gets a lot. It becomes very odd, and it becomes much funnier. I think as they progress, like when he's just dressed up, we might not be human anymore, and it's just I don't know. I like that. Yeah.
I think it's that just like they keep it cheeky from the beginning, really. But it's as things go, it gets more like wild and crazy. Like that cheekiness also, ramps up with it. And I think that's why it keeps balancing out, it never gets all like, oh, now you're losing me or you're getting too serious or whatever, because they just keep on being like, I don't even know if you're human anymore. Like, so it's so cheeky. Like, this guy is clearly losing it, but then I'm gonna do a funny line now. So that, like, it's great. Oh my God.
Yeah, they keep it going. The humor's there. It's just a good time. I'm glad we talked about it, Zanandi. This is awesome. We did it. We've been talking about this for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, it came out a year ago, but I think this might be the movie that we've talked about the most that we want to cover, because both of us just like enjoy and appreciate it so much. It's just one of those awesome, awesome movies that people don't talk about the way they do other movies. So it's not like, everyone's having a, hey, let's discuss this cool dirt movie.
Sand. And you and I are both swamped too. Like, I've been swamped lately, but researching this and watching this never felt like work. Sometimes when I get up at 5 a.m. to research something, and I'm just, walking in place to get my steps and watching a movie at 5 a.m. And man, Mark, what are you doing? But this one's fun. Like, I've enjoyed exploring this and learning, because I think not only is it a good movie, but it's also good motivation. It's good to know and it's good to learn. And so also I just like hanging out with these guys. I've never met them, but I like hanging out with them in their film. So yeah, I'm glad we did this.
Yeah, no, thanks to them for it. And I mean, like, yeah, I'm always like eager to see what they do next, because yeah, it just feels like they're like, yo, come along with us and check what we're doing. Like, yeah, I'm there. Dirt
hint, people. Hint. Sand of time.
Something in the sand.
Sand's terrible.
Something in the sand.
So who would sing that song?
Anyway, it's not.
I feel like that's a song that Edgar Wright would have on one of his movies that you have never heard of before. But it was like a big pop hit in Britain in '68. Okay. So Zanandi, where can people find you? Aside from the sandbox.
On my way to the moon. I am on the socials at Zanandi. Yeah, you can find me there if you must.
You must. Yeah. Well, this is awesome. Thank you. And yeah, I thank you, Benson and Moorhead. Thank you, Zanandi. And this was wonderful. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Zanandi Boetes, this is Movie Songs and Flicks. We'll see you next week.